Hello loves and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about my 2019 beauty and lifestyle favorites. I'm going to try and touch things all across the board. We're going to talk about makeup mostly, but then we'll also talk about my favorite places to order clothing from, my favorite fashion pieces that I got this year. We're also going to talk about like a couple of my favorite movies, my favorite songs. Who knows how we'll actually categorize that at the end, but we're going to start with makeup, because that is normally what I do here mostly on my channel, but this last year I really did embrace fashion, so I do want to include that as well. So we're just going to jump in. I'm going to talk about, it's going to be a little bit crazy. I'm going to try and think of it as in like the order that I would put it on my face, because that'll be easier for me to not miss anything. But yeah, let's jump in. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and more. We do a lot of makeup, especially affordable makeup here. Almost everything in this favorites is affordable. And then we also do plus size fashion and wellness and all sorts of things. And there's lots of fun things to come in 2020. So anyway, let's get into this. All right, I'm going to start with moisturizer because that is the first thing that I would put on my face. I'm not going to do too much skincare in this video because I did switch out my skincare a whole bunch, but I do have an absolute favorite moisturizer that I have found. This is from City Beauty. It is their multi-action sculpting cream, and there's just something about this when it goes on your face. I feel like it almost blurs your skin and it just absorbs in. It's one of those products that as soon as you put it on your face, you feel it and you feel like the benefits right away. There's some skincare products that you put on, you don't really notice anything until you use them consistently, but I feel like this one instantly just, it's so good. It's a little bit pricey. I think it's like 35 bucks, but I love it. I love that I said that this was mostly affordable favorites. Almost all of the makeup is affordable and the clothing's affordable too. It's just, skincare is the one thing that I will splurge on. I was sent this for the video that I did with City Beauty, but I've continued to use it nonstop and I absolutely love it. You only need a very small amount and it goes a really long way. I'm gonna try not to ramble on about each product too much because most of these you guys have seen before. You're probably sick of hearing about them. Primers, the two that I've used non-stop this year, I would include the Cover FX mattifying primer because in summertime I have to use that every day on my nose. I'll insert a picture here, but I'm completely out of it, so I don't have one to show you. But these two primers I have used non-stop. They look very loved. But this is the Revolution Pro Featherweight Primer, and this is the Revolution Pore Blur and Pore Blur. You can't even see it, it's rubbed off. I just enjoy them both. I do think the Pore Blur does does blur pores more than the Featherweight primer, but the Featherweight primer is just a really nice daily primer. I feel like it does blur slightly, it does kind of hydrate the skin. It's just a very basic good primer. I feel like this has replaced the Too Faced Hangover X for me. That guy was just too expensive. This guy I think is like 10 bucks and it's just a really good basic primer. It doesn't blur pores as much as this one, but they're both good, and some days I'll use both, but for the most part I'll just use one or the other on my cheek area. Okay, so next we have foundations. I have two to share with you today. I'm going to try and keep most items to a 1 or 2 maximum because I could go on forever and I have so many products that I love for certain things, but I want to show you my all-time favorite of the last year in these product categories, I guess. So foundation, this is not a surprise. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. It is still my number one. I'm pretty sure it was my number one last year as well. I'm not sure how long this, I think this has been out for a couple years. There is nothing like this. This is a $12 foundation. It comes in 50 shades. So beautiful. It blurs your skin. It stays on all day. I have combo skin. My cheeks are really dry and my nose is oily, and it's just the perfect balance for me. I have heard some people with dry skin don't love it as much. There is a hydrating version, which I don't love as much because of my oily nose. But this one is my tried and true number one. Like, I'm married to this foundation. This one just on its own is just so good. It's so good. It's so good. How is it so good? I don't know what magic they put in there, but I love it. I have gone through bottles and bottles of this. So this guy, definitely number one, but my number two that I found this year is crazy. This is from ShopMissA. You guys have probably heard me talk about it lots and lots and lots. This is their Drop Liquid Foundation. It says Buildable Satin Foundation on the bottle. This is not quite as blurring as the Revolution Conceal and Define, but it's good. It's really good. I'm wearing it right now, and girl, this is a full face of ShopMissA products. So all of these products on my face are like between $1 and $1.88. The foundations are $1.88, but literally everything on my face, well, the eyeshadow palette is more. But you know what I'm saying. They're all from the dollar ShopMissA website on my face right now. I'm absolutely in love. This is just a beautiful foundation. Only have, I think, about 15 shades, but I just purchased 2 and mixed them, and that way I'm able to get my perfect shade. It's a beautiful finish. It lasts all day. I have an entire review video on this one. and this one on my channel. If you want to check them out, just search Shan Shortcake Beauty Revolution Conceal and Define or Shan Shortcake Beauty ShopMissA Foundation, and those will come up for you. All right, next we're going to talk about concealers. The one that you guys are not going to be shocked about at all is Tarte Shape Tape. I think this has been in the last couple, maybe since it's been out, it's been in my favorites. There's still nothing I have found that competes with this little beauty. The Tarte Shape Tape is just my absolute favorite. If you want to look like a porcelain doll, like if you want to look flawless, completely covered, this is my absolute favorite. Very, very few more like high-end items in this favorite studio, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. The other concealer that I have found that is like my number 2 is this CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I absolutely love this concealer. It dries really, really fast though. It dries faster than the Shape Tape. It dries faster, way faster than Conceal and Define. So I do think that this one I do enjoy a little bit more because it does have more coverage than Conceal and Define by Revolution Concealer. Absolutely love this. I will give a quick shout out to this sponge. This is the ShopMissA Wonder Blender. It's $1.55. My favorite sponge ever. It works great with any of my concealer. I apply my foundation and concealer with this sponge. It's the softest sponge ever. I clearly used it today. Absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. So definitely check this guy out if you're looking for a new beauty sponge. ShopMissA.com. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. All right, we're going to talk about 2 powders. My first one, you guys, I've used this for years, so I won't speak too much on it. So this is the Physicians Formula Mineral Correcting Powder in Translucent. I've used this guy for a very long time. I recently looked to reorder it, and Amazon told me that I had ordered this 11 times, and I was ordering 2 more because I just need to stock up on it, because when I run out, it's not good. It's not good. I really love this powder for underneath my eye. It doesn't make my eye look dry or creepy. I also love it for cleaning up my contour with a damp sponge. I feel like it fixes mistakes, and it also, I will use it most days to clean up the side of my eyeshadow instead of using tape or something like that. If I just use my damp sponge and draw it with the tip of the sponge, it just cleans it up. Like, I just feel like this is such a good powder for that. It doesn't really control oil, but it's good for blending. It's good for your under eye. I set my eyeshadow primer with it, stuff like that. Absolutely love this. This is the Sexy Mama Anti-Shine Translucent Powder from the Balm. I actually have only started using this in the last few months, but this has actually replaced my Cover FX mattifying primer. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's got a little bit of a tint. So if I am super fair, I use 2 together. But if I have a self tan, then I use this just on its own. Otherwise, I do see it on my face. It says it's translucent, but I am also as fair as snow at my fairest. So I do see the tint of color on my face, but absolutely love this. And this is one of the few anti-shine powders that I feel like I have used that I feel like actually works. So love this guy. Next, we're going to talk about eyeshadow primers really quick. This is the Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. I absolutely love this. I have been using this nonstop, and I use it all over my lid, and I use it as a cut crease, like the cut crease canvas. I use it for what it's supposed to be used for, but I also use it on the daily to prime my entire lid. This bottle has lasted me so long. I think we're finally getting to the end of it, but I just absolutely love it. I feel like it keeps my eyeshadow on all day, keeps it from creasing. I just love the versatility of this guy, and they have different shades, and it's really close to my skin tone. So I don't know, I just love this. This one is in Illustrate. Again, it's the fair shade. They have a white one, they have a medium one, and deep one, I believe. So you definitely can find one for your skin tone that would work for you. But of course, you can use any. Definitely worth mentioning in this favorites. Oh my gosh, for contour, the Iconic Lights and Contour Pro from Revolution. I have used this guy up. You guys see my Iconic Lights and Contour Pro? I was not going to actually show it because it's so loved, but this is my Iconic Lights and Contour Pro, guys. I have used most of it. This shade's just a little bit dark, but I still use it sometimes just like on the back little part. Like I'll contour and then I'll put like a tiny bit back there just to make it look super sculpted. But for the most part, these shades are my favorite, clearly, but I've been using this one. Especially when I'm self-tanned, I feel like the warmer shade works as well. This highlight is absolutely gorgeous. I love using this powder to always set my nose with this every day. And I also love their Ultra Contour Kit though. If you can't find that one, I know that one is still available, and it should be available at Ulta, if not in store online. That was one of their original contour palettes and has been in my favorites year after year after year. I just love Revolution contours. Honestly, I haven't found one that I don't love, but those ones are my favorites. We'll talk about mascaras really quick. These are the 2 mascaras that I've really been loving. The Mascara Revolution These are both Revolution mascaras. I am a Revolution junkie for sure. This one is really thick, so if you want like a really bold lash, the only thing I don't love about this mascara is there isn't really a component to pull the mascara off the brush. But I love the brush. I love the actual formula, especially after like you've had it for a week or two. I feel like it just gets thicker and it's just like an instant bam. Again, it's just a little bit messy sometimes, but I love it. I love it. I'll keep repurchasing it. I actually just got a new one. Okay, this is the Revolution High Volume Blowout Mascara. I said that backwards, but you guys know what I'm saying. Everything's going to be linked below, just so you know. I really love this mascara. It's their newest one, but I've been using it nonstop since I got it. It does have kind of a rubber brush, but the bristles really grab your lashes. I normally only like super bristly brushes, but I absolutely love this one, and I feel like it's slightly less dramatic than the Mascara Revolution, but it has one of those components you can hear it like, so you're not getting all of that clumpiness, so I feel like it's a good in-between mascara. I don't know, it's not super light, but it's not super dramatic like this one, but it's buildable and it's a little bit more natural. Blush, I'm just going to include one because it's a very obvious love. This is the ShopMissA Lumi Blush in Ravish. I'm sorry, it looks disgusting. This is so loved and so been used like crazy. This is $1 from ShopMissA. I love all of the Lumi blushes, but this one is just my go-to everyday love. I'm wearing it today. It just gives a lot of glow, and obviously I have a highlight on too, but it's on my cheek area where this pinkiness is. Oh, it's so beautiful. It blends so easily. It's just everything. ColourPop F9 brush is just a tapered blender. And I just love popping it on my cheeks and blending it back. And this is just, I can't believe it's $1. I don't know how it's $1. How is it $1? I don't know, but I love it. All right, and when it comes to highlighters, I have to talk about these ShopMissA Powlighters. Oh my goodness. My absolute favorite is Astro. It's been my most used. Right now I'm wearing Astro and Nebula mix, which are these two, on my cheek. I'm not going to swatch it because you can actually see it on my cheek, but honestly, all of these Powlighters from ShopMissA are amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Again, it's $1. How? I don't know how they do it, but these are just so good. How do they do it? How are they $1? I don't know. I did apply them with a damp brush. I just spritzed some of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist on my brush, which I can show you that brush as well. This is a ShopMissA brush as well. It's the F19, my favorite highlighting brush of life. So I just use this guy. I get it damp with the spray and then tap it in the lid, tap it off, and boop, 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 boop. You know? You have to like an intense highlighter. You can use this dry and just apply a tiny bit and it will be more subtle, but I am all about being a glow monster. I love it. I love it. So if you love an intense highlight, I love it. I'm bibbity bobbity boo. I don't know what's happening. Obsessed. Okay, there is one more highlight that I almost forgot about that I do want to include in this video. This is the Revolution Highlighter Reloaded in Just My Type. I do enjoy this formula altogether. You can see how loved this is, but this shade in particular is just so beautiful. If you are fair, it's just so close to my skin tone. It just looks so glowy and natural, and you can either apply it dry and you get a nice subtle glow, or you can apply it wet and it's blinding. I just love it, love it, love it. This guy like just came out of nowhere and like stole my heart. And there's actually a little indent. I've been using this like nonstop every day because it is nice to have a pressed powder highlight for most days because you don't have to worry about spilling it everywhere. That's the only downside of the ShopMissA Powlighters is they are super messy. So on the day-to-day, since I got this guy, look at this. In the last few months, I've used nothing but it. So I love, 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 love. Okay, when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, the only one that I could think of that like I've used consistently this year, maybe I'm crazy. I feel like I'm definitely forgetting one. It's maybe the Jaclyn Hill Vault that I absolutely loved, the Armed and Gorgeous palette. But this palette completely surprised me. When I first used it, I was like, oh, it's good. And I remember saying, I was like, it's good for Morphe, but it's like not that great for Jeffree Star. But the more I use this palette, the more I fell in love with it. And I've been using it and you can't even really tell. But I have been using it so much. This guy's got a big indent because this is my favorite like everyday crease shade. This guy right here. And then I love, oh my gosh, these two shades for my lid. I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed. This is such a good palette and it's such a good price for it. I think it's $35. But this is really the only one that I could think of that I really used a lot consistently. In the beginning of the year, it definitely was the Art and Gorgeous palette by Jaclyn Hill, but I honestly don't know where that one even is right now. So I didn't want to put it in my favorites if I didn't even know where it was, you know? But that is a really good one, and I absolutely loved it, which is funny because they're both Morphe, because I didn't think I liked Morphe that much. Maybe it's just growing on me. Maybe this one just reminds me of that Jaclyn Hill Vault, and I really like it. I don't know. I guess I'll swatch a few for you. Wow. Those are some of my absolute favorite shades in the palette. I love that green. I feel like it's just a little bit unique. This shade right here, which I didn't even think that I would love. I've been wearing this in like a green smoky eye and I love it. I love it. It was like one of the few palettes that I let myself buy myself this year. And I'm glad that I did because I really do enjoy it. The color story of this just speaks to me. I feel like it has every warm neutral that I could ever want, but it's got some nice cool tones in there. It's got some brights. It's got some fun shades. We're gonna do two in an honorable mention. How about that? This is the honorable mention because you guys know it's a tried and true, a love forever. Any version of Chauffeur by Revolution I absolutely love. This is like the first nude that I finally found that I was like, this is my jam. I do like to lighten a little bit when I am extra fair. When I'm tanned, I will wear it as is, but I love me a super pale nude, but this is just like the perfect base. I love it. This one is the rose gold one. I really like the matte formula though. So we are doing 3 lips because I can't not. The next one is the e.l.f. Matte Liquid Lipstick in Tea Rose. This one in particular, okay, I do have to say, this is $5. It does not last as long as some other lip products, but it's so beautiful. I love the wand. It makes it so easy to line your lip, and I feel like I don't need to wear a lip liner with it. I do like wearing a lip liner all over my lips sometimes, especially in the center, because that's the only place that it really wears off. So if you do want to try this out, I definitely recommend carrying it with you because it will wear off in the center, but the shade of it is so pretty, and I feel like it looks like a common shade, but I can't find anything, or I haven't had anything in my collection that is this exact kind of rosy, taupey nude, like the perfect balance for someone who is so fair like I am. And this one, again, lightens really well. I love lightening my lip colors because I'm fair. I say it 8,000 million times in a video, every video. But when you are fair, just like when you're a deeper skin tone, when you're not like in the middle of the spectrum, I feel like it's really hard to find a lot of things that work for you. And so it's hard to like, for so long, it was so hard to find a foundation that was light enough for me. And now they're everywhere. I feel like it's just getting easier and more brands are accommodating to more skin tones and more, you know, more variety, and I'm just really excited about it. So this is one of those that I will put on and wear as is, don't need to do anything to it, but it's beautiful if I do want to lighten it. But this one over any other lip color, I will wear, just pop it on, wear it just as is. She's a good one. We have technically 2 more lip products. I feel like one is different because I mostly wear matte lips, but I do clearly like a glossy lip sometimes. This formula from City Beauty, their City Lips Matte. It's like a plumping matte lip. This is my all-time favorite lip formula I have found. It is expensive. They have been running some sales, so if there is a sale, I'll link it below no matter what. If you have $35 to blow on a lipstick, then this is it. This is it. This one is in Blush Rose. It's my favorite. I do really like Garnet, and I think it's like Pink Taupe or something like that. This one is like the perfect pinky nude. Sorry, I have makeup all over my hand now. I have really dry lips, and it just smooths them out and makes them look plumper and fuller, and just, oh, it's so good. That color is beautiful too. I just love like a muted pinky taupey nude. I just love it. I didn't even swatch this one for you guys. I'm so sorry. This is the e.l.f. one. So this is e.l.f. I have a type, can you tell? Wow, okay guys, those all literally look the same. But here's Revolution, here's the City Lips Matte in Blush Rose, and then this is the e.l.f. Matte Liquid Lip in Tea Rose. So I clearly have, this is the last one I will talk about for lips. This is the I Heart Revolution Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough Gloss. If you watch my channel, you're not going to be surprised about this one at all. It is good. First of all, it's the best smelling lip product I've ever smelled in my life. I have a type, you guys. I have a type. Here's the gloss. It's just my favorite. Binks is crazy. It's just my favorite. It smells amazing. It's a beautiful shade. It works with clearly all of my favorite nudes. Wow. I knew they were similar, but I clearly, and very predictable. Anyway, it's really good. It's a gloss, so it's not the most long lasting, but for a gloss, it does last a long time on my lip. Creamy. It has a little bit of pigment, and it works with all of my favorite nudes, and I'm definitely on the daily a nude girl. Okay, for lashes, we're gonna talk about lashes really quick. These are obvious. These are the ShopMissA AOA Studio Foaming Lashes, and this one is in Jackie, and this one is in Jean. These are my favorite for like on the daily. I like that it has a medium-sized band. I wouldn't call this one a thick band, but it's a little bit thicker than like Ardell lashes or their dollar lash bands. I'll wear these without a wing, and I feel like it's so hard for me to find a lash that I personally like wearing without a wing. They're just so fluffy and so beautiful, and how they're $1.55, I will never know. Then the more dramatic ones I love are Jean, and I feel like they recently redid these and I love them even more. They're like extra fluffy now, and I love them. These are dramatic. They wing out a little bit on the end. I really like their foaming lashes. I like their dollar lashes too. If you are new to lashes, or even if you aren't new to lashes, I definitely recommend checking out ShopMissA because of how affordable they are. Sorry that I'm like putting this lash back in the case while I'm talking. But a dollar option that's really good that I really like is the Audrey lash. From AOA. These ones are only $1. To go along with my lashes, my favorite lash glue is still Forever and Always House of Lashes. I love the clear one and I love the black one. I feel like it just depends on what mood I'm in. I prefer the clear one only because I can use it when I'm not wearing a wing, but sometimes when I'm wearing a wing, I like the black one. But sometimes when the black one, you had it for a while, I feel like it transfers a little bit more and it can be a little messier. So tried and true, the clear House of Lashes lash glue. So good. There's nothing like it. For brows, I feel like I was all over the board this year, and I need to check this eyeshadow is falling all down on my lashes. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I was all over the board this year with my brows. I feel like I tried so many new products, but the one that I repurchased the most and used the most was definitely the ColourPop I almost said Brow Wiz. Wow. The ColourPop Brow Boss. Absolutely love. I've purchased taupe. I think they have blonde. They have so many shades. This one right here is light brown. I was going really light with my brows for a while, but my brows, I'm naturally a dark brunette, as you can see, growing in my brows. I don't want to lighten them, so I've been going a little bit darker because I've been preferring a more structured brow lately. I don't know, I'll use different shades, but this one again is light brown. And I feel like I could even go a shade darker than this one if I wanted to. I have sorry, I didn't show that to you long enough. I do that all the time. I do have a ShopMissA brow pencil on today in taupe that I absolutely loved as well, but I just started using it, so I don't want to like throw that in here. So let's get on to fashion favorites. I'm just going to talk about a couple clothing items and a couple brands that I've really been loving ordering from this year. Anyone that watches my channel consistently and has been around, you're not going to be surprised, but my number one place to order anything from is Boohoo. Boohoo has crazy sales right now. As I'm filming this, I just checked and they have 60% off. I'll leave a link down below, not only to the website, but to my like 2 favorite items that I got this year. So my 2 favorite things that I purchased from Boohoo this year were like that red plaid dress. Love, love, love. I'll insert a picture. And then I also got a little moto jacket, which it's almost always like $20 or $25 on sale. Their list price is a lot more expensive. It's like a $50 jacket, but because it's always 50 or 60% off, it's always like 25 or 20 bucks. Absolutely love that jacket. It's such a good staple. I got mine in a size 20, and then I think my dress, the plaid one, I think was an 18, but I think it was an 18. Yes, but there's a little bit of stretch in that. I usually wear anywhere between an 18 to a 22 in brands depending, but at Boohoo, I am very consistently a size 18 or a size 20. And I will give a little bit of an honorable mention to Shein because I feel like Shein really stepped it up this year, and they really did kind of redo a lot of their plus size clothing, and some still is a miss. Don't get me wrong. I'll try and link some of my recent Shein hauls down below so you guys can check it out. I feel like they're getting so much better. Like, it's so crazy affordable, and some of my favorite items this year I have gotten from Shein, which is insane. I know a lot of people don't want to shop from Shein, and I totally understand that. Boohoo is a UK-based company, so maybe you'll feel a little bit better shopping from there. And honestly, Boohoo's prices with their sales that they have all the time are about the same as Shein. No joke. And then my favorite things from Shein that I found this year was that blue velvet dress. I think my 2 favorite things from Shein came in my last Shein haul where they were both in that haul. So the blue velvet dress, absolutely love. And then there's also the pink fuzzy pullover. Oh my goodness. I'm obsessed with it and I wear it all the time. all the time. So anyway, those are my two favorite places this past year that I have been purchasing my clothing from, and my two favorite fashion items from each one. All right, now we're going to move on to music and movies. So the movie that I love the most was Someone Great. It is a Netflix original. I think it's Gina Rodriguez. She's from Jane the Virgin. So good. I feel like if you are in your late 20s, early 30s, you were going to love it. I feel like it just, if you've gone through like a breakup recently, if you're just trying to find yourself in life, I feel like it's just one of those movies that just gives you hope and gives you joy and just like makes you look at things a little bit differently. I just love it. It was just one of those movies. I've honestly probably watched it 5 times, maybe more. It's one of the movies that I will leave on in the background while I'm editing. It's just so cute. It's just cute. It's just so good. So good. All right, so 2019 music. I feel like 2019 for me was the year of Post Malone. Post Malone twice. I don't even, hi, here's my background, Posty. Also, I want to mention Billie Eilish. Obviously, I just feel like it was the year of Billie Eilish no matter what, whether you're me or you're anyone. Billie Eilish just like killed it. I do get to see Billie in April and I'm so excited. Better Oblivion Community Center, which was Connor Oberst and Phoebe Bridgers, which I love Phoebe Bridgers so much. Phoebe was actually my #1 listened to artist on Spotify. Post Malone was in there. Connor Oberst was in there. Connor Oberst is like my favorite musician of all time. I think that was the top 5. I think my top 5 were Phoebe, Post Malone, Billie Eilish, Better Oblivion Community Center, and Connor Oberst. Those are my top 5 played on Spotify. In the last like 6 months, I've really become obsessed with Flora Cash too, so we will give them a mention. I feel like I could list so many people. Julia Michaels, so many good ones. I will leave you guys a list down below of like my favorite artists of the last year, but that was, I'm not gonna, sorry, that's so many. That was way more than 2. Oh my goodness, you guys, I feel like I've been sitting here for 1,000 years. My cats were crazy. This like took so much longer. I was trying to keep this 2019 favorites to the point, but I have too many thoughts and too many things I want to include, too many things that I love. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your favorites down below. If you want to ramble and tell me all of them, I would love that. But if you want to just tell me your like top favorite product of the last year, I would love to know that. Just leave it down in the comments. Be sure to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you enjoy favorites videos in general. I've been doing them like on and off, but I do really love them and they're one of my favorite videos to watch from other YouTubers. So if you want to continue seeing them, we can start doing hits and misses. I think that's everything. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for staying with me in all of the transitions and like, oh, here comes Luna. Let's end this with Luna. It wouldn't be a video without Luna. I feel like 2018 was one of the biggest years of change for me. There was a lot of huge changes and I want to thank you guys so much. Because of you, currently I'm just working on YouTube and that's always my dream. I've had my channel for 6 years. 6.5 years, and it was always my dream, and like I've said before and multiple times, I'm living broke but happy, and that's all thanks to you guys that I'm able to pay my bills from this YouTube channel, and it literally means the world. Like I can't thank you enough. And I've just had so many personal changes and life changes, and like it's been a tough year but a really good year at the same time. And you guys know I've talked about it multiple times. The last couple years have been such a trial and so much change. Like I left my job that I was very comfortable in. I went back to school, and then I got blessed with being able to actually have the career, like my dream career, which is what I'm doing. And fingers crossed. I hate to talk about it because I feel like I'm going to jinx it, and it's hard. It's hard because I just want to scream it from the rooftops and I want to just like thank you guys so much, but I'm always so scared. And I know that people view you differently when they know that you're doing YouTube like for income. I'm trying to stay true to myself. I'll always be true to myself and be true to you guys, and I'm not going to just do things just to make money. Anyway, I could ramble for forever, but I just want you guys to know from the bottom of my heart how much I love you and how much I appreciate you, and thank you so much. And just know that every time you give my video a thumbs up, you leave a comment, you give it a view, you do anything, it really makes a difference. And the more you comment, like you subscribe, everything that you can, any little thing you do does make a difference, and it helps my channel grow and it helps me continue doing what I love. And I mean, I could blink and it could be gone tomorrow and things could change. I'm gonna stop rambling. This is gonna be the longest video. I'm sorry that it's another huge long favorites, but it is a yearly favorite, so I feel like it's fine. But again, I love you guys for the 1,000th time so much. Thank you so much. So much, and thank you. And I'm really excited for this next year to see what we can do with this channel and what we can do together and work on with all of the beauty and wellness. Really excited for the wellness part. We're getting like back on track. Holidays are over. I'm gonna try and get a Wellness Wednesday up. Let me know any type of videos you want to see coming from me, what you're here for, what you love. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again for everything. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Container, you only need a tiny bit of, well, I'm so scared with this glossy red lip that it's gonna get on my teeth. If it does get on my teeth, please don't judge me. Guy I picked up on sale when it was, my children are being so crazy right now. Not where Fallout. All right, so this is the Revolution. I already forgot. The next one is the e.l.f. I really like this top. This top is from Shan, by the way.